We're delighted to have Nick Knight from NK Active with us today. He's going to talk about initially how you got into business and how you started as an owner business. Nick, can you take us through that journey?
So it's quite an interesting one because like most things, it sort of happened by mistake. So I was originally always wanted to firstly go into the military, but I've got exercise-induced asthma, so that put an end to that one. And then I wanted to be a physiotherapist, and I was doing my A-levels, everything was going to plan. And then I had a rather unexpected trip to hospital that lasted for a couple of days, which meant that my A-levels didn't quite go to plan due to being in hospital. So I didn't actually get the grades to study physio. And then someone sort of said, what about podiatry? And I thought, what is that? I had no idea what it was. I was sort of 17 at the time. And then went and at the time picked up the Yellow Pages. So for your youngsters, the Yellow Pages before we had Google was this thing where you could actually look up someone's telephone number in business and give them a telephone call. And it was a book about that thick originally, but it's not that size now. And one person replied, a chap called Paul Harradine. And I went and shadowed him for a couple of weeks in my summer and thought, yep, that sort of sports, musculoskeletal podiatry is what I want to do now. So then I actually got a place at Northampton University via clearing. Then graduated, then went to work for the NHS, and then got to a point saying, actually, I want to try and offer a little bit more than what the NHS can offer people. So then started working in different private practices, and then got to a point that actually I really need to just do this myself to put my own stamp on things. And then sort of 6-7 months ago, then sort of acquired my own premises and opened up our own clinic. So on site, we're quite lucky that we have 3D gait analysis. So we can stick markers to your multiple parts of your lower limb and basically create a skeleton of you. So like Planet of the Apes, films like that. And then we then got our own gym to do our own rehab on site as well. And then there's now a team of sort of 6 of us in total, mixture of clinical and admin staff, helping people recover from any injury that they want, get back to any activity they want to do. And then the next bit of the branch of the business that we're about to launch is now offering a podiatry service. So we're going to be helping people get over sort of getting rid of verrucas, ingrown toenails and things like that as well. So that's how it all happened. It's all just evolved over time. But yeah, it all started by one trip to hospital. It wasn't expected.
Wow.
And it's strange how these things sort of happen and sometimes, but you've got to make your own luck. So I'm sure there's been a lot of planning in that extension to your business. I guess right now we're in unprecedented times. So what have you had to do with your business in the last 7 or 8 weeks as we go through the COVID-19 scenario? Yeah,
so because we are a healthcare company, but I took it on myself as owner to say we're not on a core essential frontline healthcare service. So I took the decision, I think, for the sake of the nation and the NHS was just to shut our clinic completely. So that meant that we then had to move completely to online consultations, furlough my staff, and then I've then been working from office at home. That's where I'm sat now, doing video online consultations. But the exciting thing about that is it's opened up different opportunities. So during this lockdown period, I've been seeing patients from all across the UK and America as well, and been helping manage and treat them. And I think it's definitely opened my eyes to another string to the business, as it were, and can help people who want to see me and to see us, but geographically aren't in the right location to do it. And now we're in the process of now trying to plan to gradually reopen the clinic in a sort of safe manner for patients and staff, obviously.
And now what does the future look like for NK Active? It sounds like you're on world domination of prospect.
Yeah, I'm always a half glass full kind of guy. So I think the future's bright. I think the online consultations will be here to stay. I think they're definitely going to be we see a lot of patients who have to travel for work. So it allows us then to maintain it. No matter where they are in the world, we can keep up with them and ask for any questions they have. but I still think the face-to-face stuff has some real value, and there's certain things that we have to do face-to-face. So like, we can't do the shockwave, we can't do the gait analysis or the strength testing of a video. And I think people were always going to have injuries and niggles crop up that need attention. So I think that there's definitely always going to be the requirement for a service like ours. But I think it's what this time has allowed us to do is to streamline it and also iron out any creases that occurred we found over the last 6 months. So when we fully open, whenever that is, we'll be able to sort of hit the ground running, as it were.
Yeah, fantastic. Really great.
Well, great to hear of your journey. We wish you a lot of luck for the future. And thank you for your time, Nick.
No. Thank you for asking me.